Heartbreak, outrage, and fear are just some of the emotions running through the New Orleans community after the New Year's Day attack.
Bourbon Street reopened Thursday afternoon with music and crowds trickling back into the area ahead of the Sugar Bowl and the Superdome. Now, Dorothea, you were there. What was the atmosphere like? And most of all, what was security like?
Karen, the atmosphere, as you would expect, was very solemn, but I was surprised to see that there was so much positivity and light in the midst of. People were really looking forward to coming back, and it really speaks to the resilience of New Orleans as a whole as the comeback city. But like you mentioned, lots and lots of security.
The city itself is tough. Like, we've always had the reputation we had of being who we are down here. As far as the culture, we always fight back. We always push back.
We're going to get out. We're going to stay here. We're going to still be here. And this is still the best city in the world as far as I'm concerned.
Bourbon Street's always had a great party vibe, and people come here to have fun, and I don't think that that's ever going to stop.
I'm very hurt and sad, but I refuse to let anyone, any place, stop me from living.
Well, thank you so much for the update, and most of all for being there. I know that was very emotional for you.
Absolutely.
Well, as of now, 15 people, including the attacker, are dead and 16 are still in the hospital after 42-year-old Shamsud-din plowed into crowds celebrating on Bourbon Street. The situation is still developing as investigators work to piece together all of the details. Despite the tragedy, Governor Jeff Landry wants to emphasize the city is safe and people shouldn't live in fear.
Louisiana invented hospitality. The people of the city care for each other. And believe you me, we care about each one of the lives that were lost in the city. This city will be back. We'll be open to family and friends and loved ones who want some time to relax from the pressures of life.
The FBI has released new pictures of the suspect taken about an hour before the attack. The poster also shows one of the coolers he used to disguise bombs placed along Bourbon Street. Just after 3 a.m. Wednesday, Jabbar veered around a parked police car and sped into crowds of revelers. They say he was wearing body armor and fired shots at officers before he was killed. FBI officials found at least 2 coolers containing bombs along with more explosives inside Jabbar's rented truck. They were all disarmed safely.
Investigators have pieced together phone and computer records, surveillance video, and other evidence and say there's no indication Jabbar had help planning or carrying out the attack. According to the FBI, Jabbar was a U.S. citizen who served in both the U.S. Army and Army Reserve. They say he recently posted videos on social media indicating he was inspired by ISIS. Teams are going through properties tied to Jabbar in Texas and Louisiana to look for more clues about what may have inspired him to carry out the attack. We're also learning more about the victims in the Bourbon Street attack,
most of whom were Louisiana natives. They include 27-year-old former Princeton football player and Lafayette native Martin Tiger Besh. 37-year-old father of 2, Reggie Hunter of Baton Rouge, was also killed, along with Episcopal High School graduate Kareem Badawi.
New Orleans natives 21-year-old Hubert Gothrow, 25-year-old Superdome employee Matthew Tenedorio, and 63-year-old Terrence Kennedy also died in the attack, along with 28-year-old Nicole Perez of Metairie.
The other victims include Auburn University graduate Drew Dolphin, 18-year-old Nikira Cheyenne Dedo of Mississippi, and 25-year-old Billy DeMeo of New Jersey. At this time, 4 other victims have not publicly been identified. Our hearts are with their families and the families of those who were hurt in the attack. New Orleans tourism officials say the devastating attack will no doubt affect people coming to the city for big events. But they say New Orleans is resilient and will remain a beacon of joy and hope.
Terrible things like this don't happen in places that are not consequential. And this city really matters in the minds and hearts of people all over the world. This reiterates and affirms that. I think people recognize the unique, remarkable spirit and light that this city brings to the world. And I think that they are not going to allow it. They're going to join with us in not allowing this act to dim that light.
And of course, Walt Leger emphasized that we are a resilient city and we will persevere. So.
That's right. Yes, we are.